What is going on, everybody? I am in the place to be. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead with it.
Not much. Just happy to be back on the real Sunday night show. You know what I'm saying? I hope I held it down good enough for you, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you did a wonderful job, my brother. Wonderful job, my brother.
I did
All
what
good.
I still should have did more though. You know what I'm saying? But luckily I am here and I'm able to be back on the roller tape channel once again, man. You know, been gone a while, but I feel like I never left. What's going on your end of the world, man?
Hey man, I'm just chilling, man, out here in Atlanta, trying to handle my business, man. You know, that's about it, man. Let me give a shout out to all the people in the chat so far. Make sure y'all share the live, man. Share the live. I see Flyboy in the motherfucking house. Flyboy channel is back up also. If y'all had subscribed to his page, make sure y'all check him out. Stephen O in the building, always supporting, long time supporter. Shout out to you. Marquise, Global Paper, what's happening? Elvis in the house. Jaws, what's up, Jaws? Can be out there in real with you. Blaze, what's going on? Can be out there in real with you, man.
Who that?
Can be.
Nah. Not that I know of. Probably gonna be probably later or something.
Okay. Bronze Capricorn, it's Jay Clyde in the building. What's going on? Salute to all these fellas, man. So anyhow, man, I know you're in Rio and everything, but I wanted to start off with this Colombia talk, man. And you know, so it's a lot of things been going on the last few months. Some things behind the scenes. Supposed to do a interview with a guy today that had a situation in Colombia, but I'm gonna save that story. He wants to do that story once he gets everything resolved, so he can kind of take us through, basically like the police investigation situation if something happens to you. So he wanna give a complete story from start to the results of the investigation. So we're gonna probably do that in a few weeks or maybe a month or so. I'm not sure when that story is gonna wrap up, but I'm gonna bring y'all that story. It's a very well-known expat. I won't put his name out there, whatever. We'll talk about that later. Shout out to Jay Elwitz, Westside TMZ in the building. Make sure y'all check him out. DMR the Traveler, Mr. Cervasis, Big D. What's going on? I see y'all rolling up in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I know some of y'all be watching, but y'all don't never subscribe. So, but yeah, Drees, what's your thoughts on Colombia right now, man? I mean, you been keeping up with everything, man. What's your thoughts, man? Because I see a lot of YouTubers they have different views on it, man. But I think, well, I'm gonna let you say your piece first, man.
Well, first things first, you go anywhere for a year and a half and there's no jobs or they stop working and motherfucking, you barely eating. Yeah, and then after you go so long without working, without eating, then the people say, okay, we're gonna put taxes on y'all working and as well as the food you buy. Oh, you can look forward to some uprise. Got to be. Especially if it's not in America. If this happened in America, we'll still be texting about the shit. We'll still be texting fuck USDA. Now out here, they take it to the streets immediately. They put papers on the wall. Look, don't go to work Thursday. You go to work Thursday, something might happen to you because we might crash and bust in your motherfucking corner store. You know, but out there, they take it to the streets, and and it just goes to show you the love and the respect that they have for their country and their fellow countrymen. But right now, that's just all it is right now. Those people come together and willing to die for what they feel is right. And and putting taxes on people food and taxing them extra when they ain't had work, that kind of ain't right. So yeah, you can expect those people to nut up like they're doing right now. So much respect to them.
Right, right. So what would you tell the travelers to go there or not, or what's the deal with that?
Well, first thing first, where you want to go is your decision. Only thing I could do is recommend you to somewhere that's safe, that's good for your safety, your sanity, and your security. I'm not going to be able to stop nobody from saying they won't get on the plane to go to Cartagena. But what I will say, okay, you might want to go check here, check there, check there. You know, but I don't want to be giving out any like falsehoods or anything like that. I'm not gonna say don't go. I ain't gonna say to go. What I will say is this place is cool, that place is cool. It's on you whether you want to go or not.
Are you going to Colombia within the
Not
next month?
not the next month. Nah. I had planned it, but based on where I'm at right now, they got the ban. It's like Brazil is like the UK of South America right now. So
All
only
right.
place
Well, let's just
huh?
say you sitting at the house and you you can go on vacation to Colombia right now. Would you go right now?
Nah. Colombia is my favorite place, but right now it is a big planet, so it presents the opportunity to check other places out. So me personally, no, I wouldn't.
Right, right, right. Now I know everybody's situation be different too, man. Because I talk to a lot of expats that's there, and they like, yo, I'm safe. I go outside every day. I have a good time. Now I don't knock nobody. If you already there, you live there. You live there. You got to deal with it, right? You know what I'm saying? But I think as a traveler, man, if you don't have no true connects over there, you just got a few females that you deal with here or there or whatever. You trying to freelance going out there, man. I think you got other options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm not telling brothers what to do, but you called this shit like months ago. You called it
Yeah.
months ago. You said something was gonna happen to a few people out there, and it came to light. You know what I'm saying? We called. I mean, you called it pretty much. And I agree with Global Paper. It is a lot of guys out here not really like keeping it real. Like they just telling you like, yo, it's still safe, man. The people are friendly, man. But they not telling you maybe they're not watching the news. People get knocked off every day. I saw a video of a guy in Colombia. This is a local guy, man. He just walking through a park, man, and about 5 or 6 kids, man, they yoked him up, man, took his cell phone, took some other shit. And at the end of the video, the kid's laying on the ground. I'm not sure if they snapped his neck or what. Did you see that video?
The one where he got choked out.
Yeah, he looked like he had a broken neck at the end of the video. He was just laying there lifeless.
Right.
I was on Brand Jour. Shout out to Brand Jour. I was on his channel last night. We talked a little bit about it. And like I was saying, man, people will take you out for a happy meal in some of these countries, man. As soon as you step off the plane, being a tourist, it don't matter if you speak the language or whatever. People
No, it
say
don't.
blend in. Bro, here in America, you can tell if somebody's from another country, even if they look like just like you, same skin color. You could tell they from the islands or they from a certain time. Sometimes you can't. So these people are smart, just like us. They can tell from the way you walk, from the way you talk. I mean, even if you know Spanish, that don't mean you sound like them. You don't have that accent. They know you're not from there, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's not play around with that. You
Right.
can blend in, but man, at the end of the day, you cannot be Colombian. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to scare nobody. I'm not here to tell you not to go. I'm just here to tell you be aware of your surroundings in this country, man. They're at war right now. You know what I'm saying? Civil war with each other, the government, shit like that. Like Dree said, you know, they're a lot more organized as far as their protests and stuff and riots and stuff. They tell you ahead of time. We're gonna do it
They
in
don't
2 weeks.
right.
Right.
They don't need a Lives Matter organized. They don't need that. They need them. They understand they need each other, and that's what you're seeing right now.
Right.
You know, now, it would really be something if they had the same artillery that we could get access to in the states. It would really be something. And you would really not. I would really say then, hey, don't go, because if them motherfuckers get their hand on the same kind of guns, it's gonna be pandemonium. And it's something else I said. I don't know if it was on my channel or somebody else's channel, but I'm just saying they may start trying to use the whole Civil War shit, especially if they're going off on each other. They're gonna start using that as a way to really go hard on them travelers that's out there. Now the expats that live there, that's there with daily life, they might bypass them. But that motherfucker that's out there for 4 or 5 days that they done spotted might be in trouble.
Right. And like I said, man, shout out to 40. I know he said he gonna be out there next week. Like he been going for 4 years. Brother knows Spanish. You know, he got major connects out there. People
Yeah.
like that, I know they're gonna be good. But the average dude, he never been there. You know, he don't even got a taxi cab number. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be careful, man,
Ain't
going out
really
there.
them. Besides them, let me say it like that. See them, see what need to stop right now is us as Americans going to these other places doing bullshit. That dumb shit. That's really go come back to bite you in the ass if you don't cut it out now. You know, you could get away with that, Sasua. Why? Probably because you got 5,000 people that look like you on the same 4 block radius. So you can't go out there, especially come down here in South America with that foolishness. They're gonna get you sooner or later.
Right. It's like Global Paper say. He says, okay, many YouTubers have been traveling 3 or 4 years, have no true experience abroad, no language skills, and trying to tell you how to move in other countries. Brothers need to get their shit together. I mean, you know, that matters too, but you know, at the same time, man, you can be a brother traveling for 20 years, 30 years and get got. You know, like I told y'all, I'm about to do a show on an expat. You know what I'm saying? He got
Right.
Never thought he would get got. This guy got so much experience, you know, traveling abroad for, if I had to guess, 30 years. You know,
Well,
he got, so
let
experience
me
ain't gonna save your life with a gun in your face. So
right. Well, let me take a wild guess. That's somebody that probably was used to going to one place and just started going to another place. That's probably what happened right there with it.
well,
That's
we'll talk about that
no,
later. But
until you go and I'm guessing that's the MO right there. Used to going to one place and being comfortable, went somewhere else. It's different monster. Had to be.
right.
Got
But you know, at the same time, like I said, man, it can happen to you right here in America. You know what I'm
true.
saying? You know the language, you know everything. You know the areas you can get got right here in your hometown, right in your neighborhood. So,
Right.
having said that, then we could talk all day about how long you traveled or what you know. You don't know what somebody else thinks. You know, you could be walking around with a gun. Somebody got a drop on you. Hey, that gun is useless. You know
Pretty
what I'm
much.
saying? So anyhow, shout out to brother Andre and Andrea, mostly money. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that donation. That's a brother right there in Cali, Colombia. I'd like to get that brother on the show. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could chime in, on Colombia a little bit. But I talk to expats all the time, man, that live in these countries, man. And they will tell you, hey, man, it's great out here. The people are friendly. But at night, hey, look, man, even the locals can't even show their cell phones or walk certain areas at night. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. You can pretend all you want, but these countries are dangerous to a certain level, man. America is too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But anyhow, I'm gonna try to see if Andre will come on for a minute. Maybe he can, if he ain't busy, maybe he can talk about. I know he in Cali,
Okay.
Colombia. I'm gonna shoot him a link real quick. See, he's an
Well,
expat, so maybe I can hear from him. Maybe he
well,
can enlighten y'all.
well. Let me first give a shout out to Andre, man. I called him. I was at the airport. You know what I'm saying? I had got cold feet. I'm not gonna lie about that. But when you about to make a life changing, possibly a life changing decision, you know, you might want to talk to somebody that might have took that step a little bit before you. So I called him, had a nice hour-long conversation, and to that brother Andre, man, mostly money, man. Thanks for the conversation, bro. I kind of needed that. Trying to get myself really situated here.
Right, right. Andre, one of the realistic guys in this YouTube area, man. I'm gonna tell you a lot of. I ain't gonna say a lot, but some of these YouTubers and some of these travelers, man, you'll figure out quick, man. These guys ain't what they say they are, and they don't do what they say they do. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to find real people out here. Of course, brother Dree's been real. Andre is another one. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, I sent him the link. Hopefully he come on, and I'm gonna let him give his opinion of walking in Cali, Colombia, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he got to say. I don't know what he gonna say. You know what I mean? He got the link, so hopefully he jump on and tell us what's happening in Cali. But Dree, so you out there in Rio, man, and we're gonna chop it up about the Rio. I ain't gonna spend too long on this topic, and I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. It's already been well, I think we've been on for like 10 minutes so far. It's not gonna be no marathon live. I know you got stuff to do tonight, Drees. What time is it out there?
I think right here, right now, I think it's 7:30.
Okay. Yeah. So what time you getting out tonight?
Somewhere after 9. You know, I just got off the plane, so I still got to shower and dress back up. So yeah, I'll be getting out about after 9.
All right, shout
Yeah,
out to brother, real brother.
real brother in the building. Yeah, they got a spot up the street from here. Uh, it's around the corner from Mavs. Stays open at like 4 in the morning. That's depending on who's there. So
All
we'll
right,
go
right.
over there.
Man, we've been trying to get brother Global Paper on the channel for a while, man. He won't come in and chime. He ain't got to show his face, man. Come on, chime in, give your opinion, man. I welcome all, man. People that disagree, people that agree. I just want everybody's opinion. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the man of the hour. There he is, Andre Love, across the motherfucking borders. Give a round of applause.
What's up, fellas? What's up? I'm so proud of my man Drees, man. I don't know what to do, man. And he took the step to go out there and he's stepping one step at a time, living his best life, man. I'm so proud of that brother. I don't know what to do. So I'm on your cheer team, brother. Believe you me, I am definitely on your cheer team. I keep you in my prayers at night, bro. For real.
Cheers. Appreciate that for sure, man. It's all
All right.
about Oh, go ahead, Rich.
Uh, just to give you guys a update
Oh
on
no,
what's
go ahead,
going
go ahead,
on
go ahead, go
here.
ahead.
update on what's going on here in Cali. Right now, even as we speak, there is a war between I thought they were together, but they aren't. The indigenous people, who are the super poor, the original Amazonian people, the little short people you see walking around Colombia, the indigenous, they got their guns. They are going to war with the rich people right now in the very rich areas, who are the drug lords, the business owners, the ballers. Now we live in a nice area, but these people are zone 6, zone 7, like big money. And they got their guns out, and the people who work for them, so it's a big shootout going out in the rich areas right now, even as we speak. What's up, Jay? Even as we speak, I was just talking to Jay the other day. Atlanta finest, Jay, good woman. And so that's what's going on right now. We just finished driving from Andrea's grandmother's house for Mother's Day, and we stayed over there for a couple hours because at night, just like Richie Rich was just saying, you don't want to get caught in Cali at night, because if you're not getting shot or robbed by people that are in need, you're going to get shot and robbed by individuals that are part of the police force. And what they're doing now, they're wearing regular clothes. They don't even wear fatigue. So you're thinking that it's a part of the protest that's right next to you, and that person will be right next to you, pull out a gun and blow your head off, and that was a police officer. So now it's at that point. But like in the daytime, it's like 60-70% back to normal. One thing that you will find, which we did a recording of, the city stinks in most of the city of trash and filth, because the trash men aren't going to go out there and get shot. So the city is piling up with trash, just piling up with trash. Fortunately, it's kind of funny. Fortunately, in the zone 5 where we live, zone 6 and 7, they pick up our trash on a regular basis. So there's very little to no trash in our areas. But through most of the city, zone 4 or 5, on the zone 4, 3, 2, 1, is just full of trash and just full of filth all over the city. It's going to take a while for Cali to get back on track.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So also gas. I did a video where we were riding in, guys, that I'm going to post tomorrow. The lines for gas is like, you're going to be standing there waiting for gas for 2 hours, 3 hours, just waiting for gas, even for motorcycles. You're going to be waiting for at least, because every gas station is not open, and you can only use your get some gas on your cellular date, meaning that with your Colombian ID, if your last digit is a 6, is today's, they do the odds and evens. So if today is an even day, number 6, you get to go get gasoline. You're still going to be waiting for 3 hours, and then maybe 2 days from now, it'll be like what is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, those numbers. But if your number is an even, the last digit of your ID or your passport is even, then you can go get gas on that particular day. So it's just like with the grocery stores, now it is with the gas stations. So not that many gas stations open, and brother, the lines are like you waiting to get into a concert.
Right. Well, tell me this, Dre.
Yeah.
You pulling up to get gas, because I'm pretty sure on the day you got to get gas, I'm pretty sure Andrea's sending you to get it. So, so you pull up to the guy, they will check your schedule. What is it like? Are you thinking that this person could probably do you something, or what is it like in your area?
Now in my area, it's kind of sad. It's extremely peaceful, extremely quiet. I just posted it in some of the WhatsApp groups. When I came in, I just posted a video of our area. Quiet, clean. Our area is nothing but old people. And old people ain't gonna be rioting and picketing and stuff like that too much. Ain't no rah-rah over here. It's quiet as church mice. You can still hear crickets at night. You can still see the birds in the air. Now the schools are closed in our area. A lot of the businesses are closed. The banks have been closed for a week. So if you don't have cash, you hit. I just so happened to come across an ATM machine with Andrea the other day. We cleaned that like Bonnie and Clyde. We cleaned that thing out. We took out as much cash as we could. And now, so it's hard for people to get cash to even go to the grocery stores. And when you do get to grocery stores, either the grocery store has been raided, or if it hadn't been raided and destroyed, it's not enough food in there. You got people in grocery stores around the clock stocking shelves, stocking shelves, stocking shelves, because there are so many people that are trying to get food from different regions. They're coming over here now because the grocery stores in their areas have been destroyed. So now the grocery stores in our area are empty because so many people have to come over here.
Right. But the people who are caught up in the middle of this, these
Yeah.
people are Venezuelans. What's going on with them?
Now, the crazy part is usually you would see the Venezuelans outside in their tents. Like a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of Venezuelans live in the parks in tent cities, in plastic bag cities, in cardboard box cities, like literally a whole city in a park of nothing but cardboard, plastic bag tents. And the police don't mess with them because they know that they're kind of like, you know, refugees type of
Right.
thing. And so they kind of like stay inside the tents and don't mess with anybody. Usually they're walking around trying to sell something or try to, you know, ask you for a few dollars. They don't allow them to do none of that. The police in the military are surrounded that area and don't allow the Venezuelans really to do too much at all. The hard part here with the Venezuelans, those that did have jobs, the bus system is down. They destroyed over 100 buses and the bus stations. So the bus stations that would you could use your pass to get on a bus. Over Cali has 53 bus stations. 47 have been destroyed. So you can't even ride the bus because they destroyed all the buses. And even if they did have the buses, the bus stations are destroyed for you to get money to pay the toll.
Right. So I'm guessing the bus drivers just said, fuck it. We just
Yeah,
going
and they ain't going out there. They ain't going out there because if you're a bus driver and you drive, they've already, at one point in time, I saw a video a couple of days ago where the police threw tear gas in the bus full of innocent people.
Yeah.
So the bus drivers aren't trying to aren't trying to go out there.
Right. Because I heard that there was the governor somebody put a mandate out saying, you know, kill all the protesters or something like that.
The president allowed the governors to have say so, and the general told them shoot on sight, kill everything that's moving, old,
Right.
young, and they killing any. And when they come through, they coming with rocket launchers. They ain't just coming with no pistols or no little small artillery. They coming to destroy neighborhoods. They're actually, the crazy part is they ask the people to stay in their houses, but yet the police are throwing hand grenades in the houses and into the apartment buildings.
All right, so hold on. Let's get this straight. You saying they got the green light to use deadly force on anybody that's outside?
Anybody that's moving.
So
Anything
just
that's
walking down
moving,
the street, they got the right to just pop them.
dude, they popping dudes coming home from work. I've seen videos of them slaying one boy. He was walking by himself with his backpack, nothing. 5 police motorcycles rolled by. The last police motorcycle had a female on the back of it. Pop, popped the boy. I saw some kids, they couldn't have been more than 15, 20 years old, walking down the street at night. Police surrounded them and just did a Valentine's Day massacre on these kids. Didn't ask for ID, nothing. And Andrea's uncle is a police officer. And so we asked him what's going on. And he was like, that group of police are trained to do nothing but destroy. He said those are military police. They're like a SWAT team called Smash. And Smash
Right.
does nothing but smash. That's what they're trained to do. They're not trained to take ID. They aren't trained to give out a ticket. They are trained when they come in, everything must be destroyed to bring back order.
Right. Yeah, because police squad out here, and they just had a major shootout out here where they killed 25 folks. You know what I'm saying? But the numbers, some people that's there said the numbers suggest that more were killed. But
way more.
Yeah,
more.
I mean, they was riding in a convoy just shooting, and somehow it was a dude on the bus. He got shot in the back of the head. He ain't had nothing to do with it.
Yep. That's exactly how they're doing it. They're literally just pointing into crowds and sweeping through the crowds with with their guns, and then they're shooting missiles here and they're shooting missiles in Bogota. I've never seen missiles in the neighborhood, and to see missiles just shoot, 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 and you see the crowd running, and all of a sudden you see like 5 missiles just come behind the crowd and just kabloom, kabloom. You looking like, what the hell is good? And now they have the gangs, the people in the neighborhood, the communities have blocked off the streets and with rocks on the ground, so you can't get over. The only way you can get through that neighborhood, you have to pay. When we came from her grandmother's house a few minutes ago, we literally had to go around the pay to get through areas. So it took us an extra maybe 10 minutes to just kind of maneuver and puzzle our way through to where we didn't have to get, excuse me, to where we didn't have to get stopped to pay. We're just talking about regular local people to pay the gang leaders or pay the people that own that block to get through that block. And so that's how it is on that side of town. And most of that is on the west side and on the south side.
All right, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, please. It's free to do it. So Andre, I want to take you post. Well, let's talk about Cali like before all of this. Now,
right?
Are you able to just walk around your neighborhood 12 o'clock at night? Are you comfortable doing that, even in the neighborhood you live in?
And I'm thinking about just my neighborhood. I could, but it's not wise, because when you live in let me put it like this. I'm going to give you an example. When I was living in Tampa, I was living in the suburbs, and I had just bought a brand new Ford F-150, the Harley Davidson edition. I get a knock on the door at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's the police. Police said, we just caught a brother trying to break in your truck. Now, we're talking about where we live was way out, and you had to have money to live in this area. So it doesn't matter where you live. In other words, poor people will come out to the areas where there's money to get the people out there that has money. So for me to walk outside at 12 o'clock at night, as tall as I am, big as I am, is still foolish, because if they put a gun in my face, my height, my size, and me going to the gym don't mean nothing. If a person put a gun in my face and say, give it up. But the fortunate thing about our area, because there's so many older people, you know, old people in the house by 6 o'clock, as soon as the sun come down, they in bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock anyway. So our area is really like super, super quiet. Once the sun go down, man, you can just, in Colombia, most people don't know this, Colombia is one of the few countries in the world, it actually gets 12 hours of sunlight, 12 hours at night. It's the only country that, because where it sits on the equator in the world, that it gets, when at 6:30 the sun goes down, the 6:30 the sun comes up. And Colombia doesn't have when you see that little sunset real slow, it doesn't have that. It's like day and night, night and day. It's just immediate, like in 10 minutes, it's just like boom, you don't get a chance to see a sunset. And so my point in saying that is that over here, old people are in the house. People like me that are just that work from home, we're in the house. People that have children are in the house. Most of what you'll see, the videos, are people that they were out and about during the pandemic before the riots broke out. Those are people in neighborhoods and hoods, in the hood, in the slum hoods. They out and about anyway. They may have a group of homeless people out there. They got drug and people that do drugs. They got the hustlers out there in the streets. So a lot of those communities are always have something going on 24 hours a day. Our area doesn't. So to see somebody even walking around at night in our area is kind of odd. Like, what the hell are you doing outside this time of night? Because it's like literally ghost town. About 6 o'clock, about 7 o'clock, it's ghost town in our area. Now catch the part, the thing that most people won't notice about that video. Now the rocket launchers are sitting out there and to kill the people. Those are, notice everybody's alarm in their car start going off. As soon as you take your ass outside unless you got a remote one, take your ass outside to turn your car remote off, the police gonna put a bullet in your head.
Right. The battery will go out waiting for me to go out there and turn it off.
I know, right? I mean, we just, you know, like many of you know, we just purchased our first vehicle, but we just left it at the dealership. We paid for it,
right.
but we didn't get a chance to pick it up. So we cool with it. We like keep it right there at the dealership. We don't need it. We good. We ain't driving nowhere anyway. So keep it right where it belongs.
Yeah. Plus, if something happened to it, you ain't got to worry about no. You ain't got to worry about no insurance right now. Something happens.
Right. Yep. Yep. So it's still sitting there. We ain't missing it. We already know that everything's okay. No car dealerships open anyway. You know, a lot of businesses that you would outside of medical, not a lot of the restaurants are starting to open back up, but they're going to be closing. They close during the evening as soon as the sun go down because they don't want to get robbed, but they don't want to get their places raided. So they shut their places down before the sun closed down. And plus, Cali is on an 8 o'clock curfew anyway.
True that. So yeah, I ain't hearing too much about a COVID or anything out there, anything like that. Ain't no cases all of a sudden just started rising or anything. Because you figure
you know what?
they use one thing
the statistics here in Colombia or in Cali, they had it under control for a while, but because of all this outdoor activity, I don't know what's going on. I mean, a couple of months ago, Andrea and I had donated to one hospital that needed more hospital beds. So we donated money so they could get more hospital beds. One of the reasons why Colombia keeps a curfew because they know that they're limited on this space that they have in the hospitals. And so they're like, listen, let's try to keep everybody indoors and do a curfew or quarantine early to at least, you know, hold back some of that was going on out there in regards to COVID. So the cases, it's going to take to the end of this month for them to sit back and say, well, our cases have increased or decreased. But the deaths of people is definitely increasing. And whatever you hear on the news, especially in the States about Colombia, you just take that death number and triple it. So they say 19, you just take it and make it 39, 40.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just in awe about the whole situation, how it just sprawled out like that. You know, so like all of a sudden I heard they were trying to raise taxes. And like 2 days after that, they was in the streets. 2 days after that.
Yes, you're right. Andre had been telling me about it about a month, Drees. About a month.
Yeah. They talked about it, weeks ago they was on protest. They said that.
Yep, you're right, Rich. They set it up and Andrea kept on me about, okay, babe, this might happen, that might happen. We might have to do this, we might have to do that. Let's make sure we go to the grocery store. Let's make sure we have cash. But nobody expected this. You know, we've been here for a couple of like college protests where they protest the raising of college tuition and things like that. We've seen those type of protests, or we've seen the taxi drivers a couple of times have protests in regards to Uber still being here in Colombia. We don't like that protest and they block up the streets and stuff like that. But we've never seen, and Andrea said she's never seen Colombia like this ever. She said even in the worst era, it was not like this, but it was just like every night, deaths upon deaths upon deaths nationwide. Small cities like Manizales, Pereira, Armenia, they got the same amount of deaths that's going on here in Cali, in Medellin, and Bogota.
Right. But I was there when they had their last little outbreak of riots in I think that was September 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I came back. Where was I? Not Mireles. I was in Mireles. And you know, I was just getting around to trying to, you know, understanding a little bit of Spanish on paper, you know, not necessarily talking, and they had little papers, like they got like a thumbtack and they have little papers on it. And pretty much what the paper was saying was like, uh possible protest, don't go to work Thursday. This was Tuesday, and I was leaving that Wednesday. By the time I got home, yeah, they was tearing it down. I forgot what that was about. That probably was about taxes then, you know. But
Yeah,
that was either like August or September of 2019 when I was last time before
yeah.
last I was.
What they're doing is they're trying to raise taxes during a pandemic and through an economic what it is that Colombia owes $6 billion to the international banking, right? To the international banks. They want their money. They want their 6 billion. They're like, we don't
Right.
know what you did with the money. You were supposed to work on infrastructure. You didn't. You stole the money from the people. They were supposed to give the people stimulus payments. They kept that money. Most of the mayors kept the money and pocketed and gave the people only $120 stimulus checks. That's it. And those stimulus checks were given to you in 3-month increments of $40. And you had to prove that you were slum poor, not just I lost my job, but you lived in the slums in order to get that $120 stimulus check. But the real money that they always supposed to give to all the people, they pocketed that. And so what's going on is the people are tired of paying taxes, tired of dealing with the pandemic. Most people have lost their jobs, their businesses. Some of the most famous nightclubs here in Colombia have closed down for good. Some of the famous restaurants have closed down for good. Movie theaters closed down for good. And so now the people just all this pimped up energy and stress, and then you telling everybody to stay in the house, and then you have the audacity to say, oh, by the way, we want to raise your taxes to help pay for the 6 billion that we kind of stole from the International Monetary Fund, and you guys want to pay it back. And the people are looking like they didn't even know about the 6 billion. Like, what 6 billion you talking about? And so, right, and they find out like we got to pay something back that you stole, Mr. President. Oh hell no!
Right. Yeah, that's how Duke gonna get himself impeached, like just like that. But
But you know,
didn't it,
this is Duque's last year. Next year's election. He like the United States, they can only do 8-year terms, and so, well, 2 4-year terms. And so he's like Trump. I'll let it burn to the ground as I walk out the door.
right? Yeah, but didn't some a couple mayors and a couple governors went to jail over some money they got stole like last year?
Yep, yep. And that's what it was. The mayors, a couple of mayors, a couple of governors went to jail last year. I think it was last year for stealing the stimulus money.
Right.
But
Let me
most of
give
the
a shout
mayors and
out.
most of the governors didn't.
So so they had the money for them already. They didn't already, man.
Let me
Yep.
give a shout out to Red Pill Nomad. He said, I was on my way to Cali, but I skipped. Currently in Pereira. What's that?
Parada.
Pereira? Pereira?
Parada. The coffee region. Here in the coffee region, small town. I like Parada area. Really nice.
Evaluating my next step, staying or leaving ASAP for Mexico. Shout out to him for that donation. Appreciate that, man. Be safe out there, man. Especially if you're traveling on the bus or whatever, however you're traveling, bro. I guess if you're going to Mexico, you're about to fly out. So,
Yeah.
but, yeah. So I heard the other day, man, they had the truck drivers. They did a protest, right?
Because the truck, what is basically is the truck drivers are trying to get in. They're being held up from their money, so they're trying to get into the city so they could drop off their load and head on out so they could pick up another load. So they're being held up. So delivery into Cali is slowed up. You can't get into the city. You can't get out of the city. Airports, bus stations, everything is closed down. You dare not get on that road. Talk about you about to drive somewhere because. Andre showed me a video of a brother truck driver, right? His camera in his truck. He ride and listen to his music. All of a sudden, you see the brother look like that, and all of a sudden, you see him duck down. And you wonder why is this brother ducking down? All you see bullets just sharing through his truck, just back and forth. But none of them hit him because he caught it before he caught them about to shoot through his truck before he steady. He didn't take his foot off the gas. He just ducked down, steady rolling, put his head up, and kept on pushing. And so it is dangerous out here to be a truck driver. So they're going through it as far as like, what the hell? We trying to deliver food and supplies to y'all, but y'all shooting at us and try to rob us. And what's going on right now? Now the indigenous people, the reason why they're in the shootout with the rich people. Yeah, I remember that video of the brother got his jaw blew out. Another one got his whole jaw taken off. The bullet just ripped all this off, and you can see him just trying to hold his jaw up. But it was like marshmallow. It was like marshmallow. He was trying to hold his jaw up, and the whole bottom jaw was destroyed. And the people were trying to help him out. Many of these people are the innocent. Many of these people, if you're a young boy under the age of 30, I can see now. I can see from the 90s when it was the drug war cartels and the battles for that, how many young men died, especially police and people that are just everyday young men, and why it's so many, 20 years later, why there's so many more women in Colombia than there are men. Stuff like this lets you see that's why, because they're not shooting down girls like this. But if you're a boy under the age of 30 and you caught out there, they're gonna blow your head off. Yeah.
Let me ask you, what's the ELN in the Fox position right now?
Say that again, Drees.
ELN in the Fox position.
Oh, they're
standing up.
They're actually coming into they actually came into the city 2 days ago. They're part of the shootout with the government against their brutality against the police. So they're coming in fighting to defend the people. I remember when their trucks drove in a couple of days ago. Hey, Rich.
Yo.
I'm going to plug my computer up, and then I'm going to come back on because my phone's about to die.
All right, cool. Well, we're gonna chop it up with Drees on his Rio trip. So by the time you get back, we'll continue the Colombia talk. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. But
cool.
All right, man. So we'll be waiting on you.
Okay, cool.
All right, shout out to CJ Ford. He said, let's go to Tier 1, Richard Drees when you return. That's a good brother right there. Hard to find good brothers in this travel thing. That's one of them. Shout out to you.
Well, shout out to CJ. Sounds like a good plan, but for me right now, it's kind of like a big if. But at the same time, that is where I go to get my my dental work done. So yeah, I'm due to go back there around the end of June, early July. So if I was to go, providing that I do go back to the States, I'd probably go for like maybe say July 4th weekend.
Right. So what's going on with your Rio trip, man? You got to catch us up on the Rio, man. Shout out to Retired Happy in Medellin, brother Markel. This brother always keep me informed, man. Shout out to you. Make sure y'all check him out. Don't go over to his channel with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But this brother keep me informed on that Colombia. Like I say, I don't have the answers for all this. I'm not an expat. I live in the States. But I try to bring different expat, and I try to get information for people that got boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So when I bring you some information, it's because I talked to not one person, not two, but several people, and I got their insights. So I try to give y'all some good facts. A lot of times, like I said, it's directly from an expat or whatever. I'm in contact with a lot of them guys, and they teach me about things that's going on, everyday things. You know what I'm saying? Not just weekend warrior shit. But shout out to you, Markel. Shout out to CJ Ford for the donation. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that. We're going to let Drees talk about his trip. You know what I'm saying? Enlighten us on Rio, Drees.
Oh, well, for one, it's pretty peaceful out here as long as you stay in the places where you're supposed to go, where you're supposed to be. Have I stepped out in some other places outside of Copacabana? Yes, I have. And it's all about how you carry yourself. You just got to act like you've been there before. Secondly, this is not the time to be by yourself. I don't give a shit whether you're in Colombia, Brazil, DR. It ain't the time to be by yourself. So make sure you go in there with 2 or 3 other solid brothers or sisters or what have you. And just make sure that you are able to communicate. Otherwise, play the deaf mute role and keep on moving on about your business. It seems like they're starting to come around to knowing that they got to take care of themselves as far as this whole COVID thing is around. Like my first couple minutes walking up the street, I went to go get me something to eat. And I say out of the first 20 people I came across, about 70%, 14 of them had their mask on. So, and they really getting up on it. See, Rio de Janeiro, the state of Rio de Janeiro is the tourist area. Where I just came from, which was the state of Seattle, it's not a tourist area, but sooner or later it's gonna be like pretty much the Miami of Brazil. Give it another year or two, and let this whole COVID thing be over. It'll be a definite tourist spot, a definite tourist destination. But for you guys that only got 5 days, can't help. But I mean, they have started to come around to recognizing they need to at least take care of themselves before they could go get, because it's the rollout for the vaccines here is kind of slow, in my opinion. But at the same time, you got COVID-19 testing places just about every 2 blocks. Like they're the pharmacy now, you know. And other than that, prices have, well, since the last time I've been here, the last time I was here, we was probably looking at $1 equal five. I think it's at like 5.20. It went up to five. When I came back, it was like 5.60, and the next day it was at like 5.40. So it might be at like maybe 5.20 now per dollar. But as long as it's over five, I really have no problem money wise. I'm still looking to get my thing started. I just got another job off. I got to check into that on tomorrow once I get up. But the problem that I'm having right now is internet. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all right now, but when I get ready and I start talking with these people, I'm gonna need my internet to be like on point and most definitely, worthwhile so I can work. Only thing is, I think I need to go get me a new laptop because the way I'm looking at it right now, I might be better off getting on a plane and going to Florida and coming back and get a laptop in Florida and come back rather than buy one here because it's completely it's insane the prices that they have on electronics. And I'm not talking about laptops. I'm talking about drones, PlayStations, Xbox, DVD players, Walkmans, cell phones, anything electronic. They're gonna overcharge. Well, they're gonna upcharge you here. Shout out to Capricorn Way. What's the curfew in Brazil? Actually, it's not really a curfew. What it is just that you have a lot of non-essential places, and they will close the non-essential places earlier in the day. Now they do have other non-essential places that might shut down 11. Then you might have an occasional non-essential place like a little bar or something. They might stay open to 4 in the morning. But as far as curfew, hey, I can get up at 2 in the morning, go walk outside right now. There's no problem. Now, you asking the curfew in Brazil. I'm just telling you from state to state where I just come from, the state of Seattle. Uh, they open at 10 o'clock and then they'll shut down like at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something like that. But at the same time, you can still walk out at night. You still go to the beach at night. And and it's like they follow the rules, but like they not following the rules. Because it's like at 5:30, being up there in Seattle is on the equator. Seems like everybody come outside at 5:30. And they gonna stay at the beach and run and play basketball, and they gonna stay out there till like 9. Whenever the police say, hey, that's enough, all right, y'all go ahead on home now. Because the police know what's going on. Everybody come out to the beach late up there in Seattle because it's hot, So they try to wait for the sun to come down. So it's like there is a curfew, but that curfew is more for the non-essential workplace, the non-essential vendor stands, So like the vendors go shut down early. Your clubs might shut down early, but they got certain places in Rio, like I think Richard Rich knows the one that they call it. We're scared at 65. Oh, that don't close till about 2, 3 in the morning. You know, VM, I don't think VM is closed at all. So it's a curfew, but they, you know, it was like they don't really they don't really adhere to it too much. But as long as you ain't out there, for as a traveler, as long as you ain't out there just engaging in just wild shit, you are fine here in Brazil. You are fine here in Rio. Next question.
Well, you feel safe out there, and as far as women goes, man, how's it looking out there? You know, the fellas want to know. They want to know about the women, man. What's the deal, man?
Oh, the women all right. Ain't nothing. You still gotta if you got company, still gotta cheek proof your room. Still gotta let them have their room where they put all their stuff at, so they don't have to mess with none of yours. Just put it in a direct line from the corner of the room they in to the bathroom, the Facebook, and don't let them go no further than that. You know what I'm saying? I plan on having a little get together upstairs on the deck. But I've been trying to go up there to go. I went up there and went live one night when I first got here, and everything worked out fine. But sometimes the signal don't work, and I want to go at least live on my Instagram or even live here on StreamYard. But I don't really have too much of a problem with the women here. I'm speaking a little bit better. I can communicate a little bit better. Thanks to Carol. For those of y'all that need to learn Portuguese, y'all need to holler at Carol because she's all right, and just go at her. When you go at her, just go at her for teaching. Don't go at her for nothing else.
Say that again, man. Please say that again.
When you go at Carol, make sure you go at Carol for Portuguese classes, nothing else.
Man, it just seems like sometimes brothers, they want to, every time they see a chick like doing something online, like teaching or whatever, they always got to think with their penis, man. Like, I don't understand why can't you be professional with some women? Why you have to take it that route, man? Like, the girl trying to do the right thing. Let her be a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it to something else. Everybody ain't something else. You know what I'm saying? And that's just respect, man. A lot of us, sometimes we don't got respect for women.
Out of that respect that I have for her, she invited me to come to the actual school where she teaches, and I might just take up on it office sometime this week. I've already routed it out, and I know where I have to go to get there. But I definitely don't want to go out there solo. So, I might have her come. If she ever have free time, she may come out this way. We meet somewhere in the middle. But to meet your teacher, it'll be an excellent opportunity. Plus, I'm asking her to help me with some other things while I'm here. And no, you don't have to holler at every chick. No, you don't.
That's true.
Shout out to Watermelon, man. He said, "Cause I got a dick." That dude crazy, man. Oh shit. But I get it, man. But you in the land of milk and honey, man. You're good. You can leave one alone. See what I do is let me give y'all some free game, man. You got a beautiful woman like that, and she a regular female. She might be able to hook you up with some friends, man.
Right.
See
nothing wrong with a wing girl.
Now you got a cool chick, in another country. You got some connects just in case something, if you need some information. She speak great English. If you need a translator, whatever, you need a teacher, you got her for that. Now you got all these other chicks for other things, you know what I'm saying? And she may know a good chick. She may hook you. She feel like you're a good guy. You looking for something, she might hook you up with a regular chick. You know what I'm saying? So just try to separate that business from the pleasure, man. I think that's what took a lot of brothers down. They wanna mix everything together. You know what I'm
saying? They won't say everything.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure I just take the right steps I'm supposed to take. But I asked her for some help doing some things out here, and she said she helped me out. That's good enough right there. If I can't, I ain't trying to I ain't trying to bury no bone or no none of that. Trying to give it a Lex Luger, none of that. You know, it's strictly, hey, look, I'm here to live. You know, I might need help with this. You know,
Right.
I'm kind of like half Brazilian already. I already got some paperwork on me already. You know, I got to go ahead on and do what I need to do to get this other paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and if you can stay on this level here, I'm good with that. You know, but all that other trying, you know, since you my teacher, let me holler at you, let me hit it. Nah, I ain't worried about it. It's too much out here to worry about. Plus, I need to get myself situated.
Damn. Cam B said his ex-Brazilian girl even tried to hook him up with her friend. That's what's up.
That's a good point. Yeah. Absolutely. Good point. That's no matter where you go, you know, sometimes you need people that have connections and you can network with and not necessarily be smashing that person, but this person could hook you up and open up some doors for you
Right.
that you probably couldn't open up yourselves. Like Drees was saying, he may need somebody that can say, you know, what can I get a notary? This chick can hook you up. Babe, I need a copy of this and that. She could tell you where to get this. I need somebody to be my, you know, be on my side translator as I open up this bank account here. She can be the translator. But if you run her off by trying to smash the chick, now you like, dang,
Yeah,
And then you're going to have to pay for all that.
thank you. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, have some female friends in your life, man. It's a good thing.
it's time and a place for that. You know, but right now at the time, you know, and with her, that definitely ain't
Right.
the place. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I mean, I'm still making do out here. You know, we try to get our first thing going. We gonna have a. I'm gonna do a promo on my channel for us, what we're doing here, and you know, just stay tuned to my channel. You know, because I just asked him to do some promotion of the business on my channel from time to time. He said I can, so I'm gonna be putting that in the works sooner or later. So to those people that we're looking at getting in contact with first, mostly some of our followers. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna start reaching out to them like tonight. You know, let them know what's going on, and you know, because the people that I'm looking at talking to right now, are the people that are going to benefit from it the most.
Right.
There you go,
That's
Dree.
what's up.
Please permanently move to Brazil. Possibly. I ain't gonna say permanently. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go back to the States and get a few things, do a few things. So I won't put the permanent, I won't put the P word in there just yet. But it is on my mind. It is on the horizon. You know, I'm starting to see the light at the end of that tunnel. Just a couple of things I still need to do in the States.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
You know, part of me is like, you know, I got cold feet, another foot saying, look, don't step out there. The other foot will warm up some, you know. So that's just where I'm at right now, you know, just trying to make sure I make the right steps, step with the right people while I'm stepping, you know. Got a couple of friends out here I met through a friend, you know, they're all tax writers, you know. Somebody had them on their channel and made them look bad, you know, trying to make them look like they were all, you know, for sale. And that wasn't the case. But, you know, I managed to make good friends with them, and I talked with them about citizenship and things of that nature. And, you know, there's other people for all the other stuff I might need, but for them, trying to get myself situated here in this country, I need them to give me the game on for what they know. And I'm gonna leave that at that. You know, I have to. I can't afford to like try to mix business and pleasure. Nah, I ain't doing it.
Right.
Not at all. It's gonna be business, it's gonna be business. It's gonna be pleasure, it's gonna be pleasure, but it will be separate. You know, it definitely won't be the same person.
Yo, just think about this. Think about it like this. Let's say you moving to Brazil or you going over there for a month, and all your friends are pros, and that's all you got.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, what the fuck?
What?
You know, like I know Andre. sometimes these expats and these guys not gonna spend their day helping you, man. Oh man, I got something to do. And these females will step up and say, yeah, I help you with that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
true.
know what I mean? So yeah, man, guys, y'all start, making some connects in these countries, man. You know what I mean? You got to.
True that. I made a connection with like they got these two ladies who have then they got like a clothing business and I think it was clothing, bikinis and stuff like that. They had their own little booths and everything. They was making their money all good before COVID happened. Then when people stopped going to the beach, the money dried up. But they seem to be still good people and they still live here in the area. And I don't know, but rich, but I did a bit for my birthday party that I had here, and I had them there. And all those other girls, they had to play the background. You know what I'm saying? All the thing I could do for them was just look. Y'all want the rest of this cake? I gave them some cake. Went on about my business. But I am making connections here best I can. Anywhere I can. Because you never know when you might need that good person, that good-hearted person. You just don't know,
True.
especially when you're out here and the only person you really got to depend on is you.
True. That's so true. That's exactly how I did it. Textbook. Exactly how I did it. I focused on being patient, and I focused with networking with people that could open up doors, whether it be I joined the expat group here in Colombia, and if I didn't know where something was, they knew something. Or this is before I even met Andrea. And, even when I was dealing with somebody, I tried to at least have, let's put it like this. We all have gone through the stage of either the pay for play or the party girl, whatever it is. But I made sure I had one or two in my arsenal, whether I was in Medellin or in Cartagena, that were so business minded that if I did need some assistance on something like, man, I lost my passport, where do I go for the embassy? I could reach out at least to this one serious person that could reach out and say, this is what you would do. This is who you would contact. I'll help you out. I had to have at least one in my arsenal that was business minded or professional or just a regular everyday chick that I could get some information from. I couldn't have all party girls and all pay for play in the arsenal. That, just like Rich said, you got to have at least somebody that can help you out just in case something pop off or just in case you're trying to relocate.
Facts. Yeah. So you were supposed to be going to DR this summer, right, Andre? What's up?
We still are. We still are this September. Yeah. Yeah, we still going to be there for about a month. Meet up with a bunch of guys. Look forward to seeing a lot of you guys that are either already out there or heading out there during September, mid-September, because we're going to do Panama for about a week, and then we're going to shoot to DR for a month, and then we're going to come back here because everybody's birthday is right around that time period. My birthday is mid-October. Her birthday is November. Dad's birthday, grandma's birthday. All of us are right around that Scorpio, Libra window. So we're coming back here for that. And then the holidays, of course. And then we're heading to the U.S. Early next year. And then we're going to head to Lisbon, Portugal for 6 months next summer.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Portugal,
Because that's where we're actually hoping to move to.
Oh, Portuguese?
Yeah, Portugal. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's Portuguese player.
I know, right? I know.
Right.
I just started my Spanish lessons last week with my man Domain. Shout out to Domain with his channel is Let's Speak Spanish. Yeah, and so Domain is my official tutor now. I just hired him last week. He's just opened up doors already for me just during the first couple of sessions. So I've got classes on Monday nights and on Wednesday nights.
Good, brother.
Shout out to TH. Say, have you been anywhere where people were looking shocked to see you? Listen, in the a lot of people that are dark skinned like myself from the North Coast or in the North Coast mostly come from Africa. From Senegal to Fortaleza, that's pretty much the shortest route across the Atlantic Ocean. So they see me come through. I was in it's called Paseo Público. You know, it's a little like garden area, like, and it's a little kilo per kilo eating spot where, you know, we charge by the gram, like where I brought you at last time when we were there in Rio, Rich. And they saw that I was dark skinned and they didn't mind it. But when they heard me start speaking English with the lady that I was with, that's when everybody, like, almost the music stopped, you know. But they're not used to seeing English speaking dark skinned men or African men of African descent in the north coast of Brazil. They're just not. They're just used to seeing a lot of Senegalese and whatever else is coming from the west coast of Africa to Fortaleza, to Seattle. But that's pretty much the only place you'll be. See, the thing about here in Brazil, listen, it's like nobody here is completely white, nobody here is completely black. It's like a big ass mix in the middle, you know, and it's weird when you come from the States where, okay, if you dark skinned and I'm dark skinned, I got a problem with the light skinned cat. You know, much not even get to the white folk part, but it's just a big ass mix in the middle that you have here in Brazil, and it's crazy, it's wild, and interesting at the same time. Yeah. Shout out to where you at, Rich?
Shout out to who?
T History in the building.
T History.
Shout out to T History, my man.
Somebody said Scorpio in here. I don't see Scorpio though.
No, I was saying that Andrea is Scorpio. She's a Scorpio. I'm a Libra. She's a Scorpio. Yeah. Her dad, her grandma, all of them are that late October, early November.
Right. Okay. All right. When I was in Brazil, we went to some sort of flea market on the other side. Tom, I'm sure you remember that, Dree. And
yeah, that was life changing.
Right. So it was one guy in there, and he was amazed to see brothers. You know, I don't know if he never saw a brother in his life, but he was like, "Man, let me take a picture with y'all, man." So like, I was like, "All right, shit, whatever." This the dude right here.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Who's in the? I won't say we was in the hood, but I'll say we was in the hood.
Right.
So he was like, "Yo, what y'all doing out here?" He was like, "You got Instagram? What's your Instagram?" So
yeah,
that's what's up, man. I like that.
Yeah, it was a good experience, man. We're gonna be on here like another 10, 15 minutes, man. Anything y'all wanna talk about, man? So Andre, man, should they come to Colombia right now, or should they chill for a minute, man? What's up, man?
Sit down. A lot of the airports are already closed. The chicas ain't worth it. They can't get around. Yeah, our airports are closed. Like some cities, the airports are still open, but here in Cali, you're not getting in and out of Cali. So all you want to see the Cali curves, that's not happening. No airports, no buses, no transportation in and out of the city for the most part, unless you're a truck driver or you're military or you're like one of the guerrilla groups. But most of us, there's no moving in and out of the city like that. It's too dangerous by car or by anything else because it's just too many people waiting to rob you on the freeways in and out of the city. The other thing is in other cities, you might be able to get in, but it's not worth it anyway because A, curfews, B, the chicas that you want to see, she live in areas that she can't get out of. So if you want to see her, she might be able to make it to see you during the day, but you may not want to be around her all day long. So you know, because if she come over, it's like a snowstorm. If she come over, she ain't going back home that night. She's staying for the rest of the night, and then you send her back home the next day. The other thing is if you're paying for a taxi ride. Remember, I said taxi drives are taxi rides or Ubers are a lot more expensive than what they were before. Food, you can't take it to the restaurant. So my point in saying all this is there is no clubbing, there is no partying. This is just not the time to come to Colombia right now. I know you want to see your little lady friend, and she told you different, but she's trying to get you here to get a couple dollars out your pocket. But technically, I tell all guys just wait until at least the end of the month to see what's taking place. But if you have to come and you have some connections here, cool. But for right now, this is not the time. It's just it'll get better. It's starting to slowly turn around. Tomorrow is supposed to be another war zone situation between the rich and the indigenous tomorrow. The indigenous says it's supposed to be 45 shooters coming into the city to go to war with the rich. Like I said, the rich are the drug cartels, the drug lords, the people that got big money, the superstars, and they got people that work for them with military that's strapped. And so now you got the people that are indigenous coming from the woods, and they ready to go to war. They're setting on fire. The reason why why it all broke out, that the indigenous people, for no reason, start setting the sugar canes fields on fire that are owned by the rich. You're like, why are you setting the sugar canes on fire? Like when you're coming from the airport from Cali, you see nothing but land and just sugar canes, plantain fields, shit just all the way through, just miles and miles of sugar cane. And these indigenous people, for some reason, most of them are the workers in those fields, they decided to set their bosses sugar fields on fire. Well, the bosses decided, hey, we're about to shoot this thing out. But instead of shooting it out in the fields, the indigenous drove their little trucks of 50, 60 people up into the area where the bosses live. Now it's a shootout in the richest areas of Cali. I'm talking about the houses are immaculate houses that look better than many houses in the States. And they're getting a shootout up in those areas. Me and Andre just finished watching a shootout right in front of, in like this upper class area, right in front of the bakery where we were when we were car shopping. We went out to the Honda dealership out there, and we stopped and got something to eat at the bakery. And all of a sudden, we seen a shootout in this area. We know it's nothing but big money, BMWs, Mercedes, and Audis being driven in this area. It's, you know, the G4s, G5 trucks of Mercedes and all that stuff, and the Mercedes Jeeps and Mercedes this and that are in this area. And so we're looking like, how in the world is a shootout up there? And then that's what it's all about right now. So tomorrow, even tomorrow, it's supposed to be a major shootout again, but this is in the rich area. As far as being Black and looked up on is different, because I am Afro-American in a predominantly non-Afro-American area. In other words, you see a lot of Black people over here, but they're the maids. They're the people that work at the restaurant, at the mall that's 5 minutes away. They work at the stores. But when 5 o'clock comes, they all head out. So all of a sudden, I'm the only brother within a 10-block radius. But it's kind of cool, but it's kind of not, because I don't get a chance to see my people. But at the end of the day, people protect me because they know who I am. It's because I stand out. So they like, okay, that's Andre. He cool. Look out for him. So that's the cool part about kind of like being the only one. People know who you are because they've seen you around, whether I'm jogging through the neighborhoods or whether I'm just standing on the terrace or whether I'm talking to my neighbors across the street. That's an old couple, and come to find out that they've been knowing English forever, but they're like 50 and 60 years old. A couple downstairs, Terry and his wife, are an old couple in their 80s from Texas. And so our building is only 3 floors, so we only have like 6 or 7 apartments in the whole building. And so everybody gets to know each other. We have security guards on our streets. So the security guards know who I am because I'm always talking to them, things like that. So it's a small little tight-knit community of them, but really just old people. And then you got this one brother walking around. So that's it. But yeah, and then when I go to the Black communities, it's kind of funny because they look at me like they could tell I'm not from there, and then they just want to hear me speak English. They just want to hear a brother from the States. They love that you know, our hip hop kind of vernacular in how we speak, and so they just want to hear brother just talk.
Right. That's
So I feel where you coming. Yeah, I feel where you coming from, Rich. When you said they just wanted a photo, and you looking like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was, to me, it was cool, man. You know, it was cool.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I had no issue with it.
yeah.
Some of these people don't go to Coco Cabana Beach and all that stuff. They don't go in these areas, in these tourist areas, so they never really. I mean, I'm sure they see Americans, but you know, not often. You know.
Yeah, and it's funny that you would say something like that, Rich, because here in Colombia, I found myself several times in locations being the only brother, or maybe one or two brothers in a location. Like when we went to in Pareda area, the Pareda Armenia area, they have the Juan Valdez. You know, we know Juan Valdez for his coffee, but his coffee plantation here in Colombia, there's a theme park, an amusement park, and you got to have money to get in there. And most brothers and sisters, you won't see them at that theme park. They don't have that type of money. So a lot of times I'll go to clubs that I take people there. You will see a couple brothers and sisters, but for the most part, you ain't gonna see too many brothers and sisters because they don't have money like that. And it's not, to us, it's you know, it's like $10, $15 to get in. But to a family in Colombia, especially black families, you know, $15, that's groceries.
Right. All right, well, we're gonna try to wrap this thing up, man. I enjoy having you on, Andre, man. We're gonna get you back on, man.
Anytime.
Any last words you got?
Just you guys be careful in regards to coming out here. Give it until the end of the month. You get a chance to see what's going on. If you have to reschedule your flight tickets, a lot of the airlines are letting you reschedule your flight tickets because you won't come through. Do not force your way into Colombia in the name of some chick. Do not do that because it's not worth it. And just appreciate you guys as far as the example that you show with your channel, Rich, as well as Drees. You keep guys encouraged to at least continue to take advantage of either getting their passport or using their passport. And I appreciate that, guys.
Right. Drees, you want to bless us with some last words, my brother?
Yes, I just want to let y'all know that Brazil is horrible. It is horrible. But it's pleasant for the time being. You know, it may serve as an alternative for some, but some of y'all, the better alternative may be Sasua, may be DR, might even be Mexico. You know, but nevertheless, please make sure that y'all continue to walk the peaceful path rather than the tightrope giving that makes others content with your being miserable. This is Drees, and I might be live for a little bit on my channel a little bit later before I step out. So, Drake, Rich, I got to go and get myself together. I'll see y'all at some other time. And thanks for the chat the other day, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Before you leave, man, let me get them a taste of Brazil.
That festival.
Just a little something.
Well, they got me over here dancing.
I'm gonna put the link to Branjour live, man. Branjour is going live in I think about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, man. Make sure y'all go over there, check him out. Tell him Richie Rich sent you. You know what I'm saying? Just you know, that brother got a good topic tonight. He got a guy that owns a casino in Panama gonna come on his channel tonight. So Panama is another alternative for you guys. You know, another country. There's other options besides Colombia right now. You know, so y'all go check him out. And I appreciate everybody joining tonight. If you enjoyed the show, man, you feel generous, there go me and Dree's Cash App right there. If you can only hit one of us up, go ahead and hit Dree's up. He out of the country right now, spending all that money. So I know he can use a beer tonight, so go ahead and bless that brother. Well, make sure y'all check out Brand's show on the link.
Oh yeah,
Put the link in
I'm
the
already
chat.
over there waiting right now.
Right. I'm definitely gonna check that show out because that's gonna be
Yeah.
real interesting right there. Jay wanna know if you going live tonight.
Oh, you know what? We were, but I've got to do a recording for the other show. And because we spent so much time over the family's house for Mother's Day, I'm just going to go ahead and record for the show tomorrow. Plus, I want to study my Spanish tonight, too, because, I got class tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing some more studying tonight, Jay. But definitely I'll be back next Friday for Drink in Hand. And I'm going to be talking about female tourism next Friday. Female sex tourism, actually. Because they try to always put the weight on the men as if we invented something. And actually what we do, the women do more and have done it longer. So that's the topic next Friday.
Okay. Sound interesting. Well, I appreciate y'all fellas jumping on. Drees is normal. Y'all have a good night, man. Look for Drees live later on. What time you thinking, Drees?
Probably 10, 15 minutes, but I do just trying to find out where everybody at before I do go on.
Oh, you going on pretty soon then? Okay.
Yeah. I just need to find out what time everybody wants to step out.
All right, cool then. All right, man. Everybody have a good night, man. Stay safe.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, man. Peace.